Hey, what's up, Roxstars? It's Rox with a little bit of talk about what's at the top of the blog, so let's get to it. Alright, you guys, first up, we gotta talk about your girl, Iggy Azalea. Listen, I try with Iggy. I really, really do. And I do remember a time when Iggy said that she was not going to be on social media because of all the backlash, both deserved and undeserved, that she was receiving. So she said she was going to get off of social media, somebody else was going to handle her social media accounts, and that she was going to concentrate on making music. And for the most part, that's what she had been doing. For a good year, we didn't really hear much from Iggy. I don't know if it's been a year, but for some months at least, we didn't see or hear much of Iggy. And I think we were all fine with that. Every now and then she'd post a picture or whatever, okay, just to let us know that she was still alive out there. She was working hard. That was good. But lately, Iggy has been thrust back into the social media spotlight, and that might be in part because of her stupid ass fiance who got caught. He didn't know he was being caught on camera confessing to cheating on her. So I guess Iggy has found herself on the defensive and has made it a point to giving her opinion on many things. And, she has that right, especially when she has to defend herself regarding her relationship. Whether or not she chooses to stay in it, any of that is nobody's business. But I understand the need, the feeling at least, for her to get out and make a statement. However, that's probably where we should have left it. I know that Iggy has an album that's coming out soon. She has a single that she's released and more to come. And she's doing promotions and things like that for this album. So I just wish she would focus on that and not get involved in other shit, okay? The latest, even though I said I wasn't going to talk about Beyonce, Iggy was upset with the Becky with the good hair statement in the Beyonce song. I don't know what the song is because I don't have the album. What is it? I Ain't Sorry? That might be the name of the song. I don't know. Sorry. I Ain't Sorry. Ain't Sorry. One of them. Anyway, she took offense to that, and she felt that it was a racial slur for white chicks who give blowjobs. She just feels like, nobody should ever use racial terms. We shouldn't call Asians Ming Lee. We shouldn't call black girls Shanae. Okay, and we shouldn't call white chicks Becky. I was just like, oh, why don't you just shut up? Why don't you just not be out? Okay, first of all, Becky has been a term for white girls for a long time. Not necessarily in a negative way, I don't think. Originally, it was kind of like, I think of Baby Got Back. Oh my God, Becky, look at her in the overly valley girl kind of tone. I think that the way that it's said in the song, it just kind of gives you an idea of what this girl might look like. And that's been the name, Becky. Sort of like Patty, Peppermint Patty. That was also a name for a white girl. I don't know if it was negative, though. Was it negative, you guys? I don't think that it ever became a negative term until Plies came out with the rap song Becky. And then that was when we were, they were calling it, the connotation was attached that Becky was giving blowjobs. I would say that Becky is more so of, giving a blowjob with an inadvertent racial connection. How's that, y'all? But it was just like, nobody really asked Iggy. I guess because she's a white girl and, she just felt the need that she needed to defend the white girl. It was just like, girl, why you just not gonna never shut up, huh? I mean, you asking for it. The Beehive is crazy. We've established that. They're not going to let it go, and then you're going to say, you don't care, you will deal, and you'll just keep on arguing back and forth with them until you can't take it no more. And then you're going to be, talking about how upset it made you, and it depressed you, and it did this and that. So you just get off. This was something really didn't concern you, and you inserted yourself in the drama. That's the problem that I think a lot of people have with Iggy. I'm fine with Iggy's music, but her personality is what is going to be her downfall if she don't get control of it. And I think at this point she's just not going to get control of it. This is just what she is. And it's too bad because you're going to always have issues if you can't control your damn self. Okay, but everybody has a right to voice their opinion. Everybody has the right. Okay, so I mean, what else can you say? What y'all think about Iggy though? God, I just wish that she would just concentrate on her music, and that is it. And maybe people can deal with her a little bit better. Child, leave your comments about Iggy below. Y'all, Birdman said he wants you to put some respect on his name. It is a damn joke that has been run into the ground, but I swear, even to this day, even when I see memes and videos and even little musicals, I just laugh because who knew that, you know, a few minutes on The Breakfast Club was going to turn into all this. I'm sure you guys already know by now, but, you know, Birdman was on The Breakfast Club last week, and he was quite upset because he felt that they had been disrespectful. That they had been in there and they had been talking bad about him, all three of them. And he was quite upset. Quit playing with his fucking name. He ain't gonna say it no more. Charlamagne was just like, oh, you come in here and, you know, you pick on the little radio dude. You know, did you run up on Trick Daddy and Rick Ross like that when they talked about you? Of course, he avoided that. He's just telling them, all three of you, that you guys need to put some respect on it. I think we all will agree that he made an ass of himself. And listen, sometimes it happens. Sometimes we say shit that we shouldn't say. Sometimes we get frustrated and we can't get our feelings out correctly. Sometimes you just gotta take the L. You know, it was obvious that he was stunting. He said it himself. There were plenty of times that he could have confronted them while they were out, but he waited until he was in the radio station because he wanted to make sure that he had his backup and he wanted to make sure he had an audience. It backfired, made him look stupid, but it's okay. Okay, Birdman's still rich, or at least he's faking the funk. We know they have financial problems, but you know, looking at him, you sure wouldn't know it. I see he got some shit going on with BET. Different things are happening for him. So, I mean, you know, you just don't never know, child. But I swear the damn memes and the jokes have been so fucking funny. And talk about turning lemons into lemonade. Okay, Birdman, ever the businessman, decided to make some t-shirts and merchandise, you know, to sell, saying put some respect on it. All three of you. I ain't gonna say it no more. Respect my motherfucking name. Very, very, very smart. We'll never forget that Cash Money Records was they're the ones who started the whole term bling bling, and they never trademarked it, and we saw where bling bling went. Okay, so I guess this time maybe he's decided to try to get some money off of it. Hopefully he's trademarked it, whatever. Yeah, he just took the L on this one. That's okay. I don't even know what's going on with Birdman and Lil Wayne and the lawsuit and all that. Supposedly they're back friends and, you know, they done worked it out. There was a post and delete, supposedly, on Birdman's Instagram where, amongst other things that he said, he came out the closet as a bisexual. The blogs didn't make much of it, and I think it was because it was a hack. I think we all felt like it was a hack. Even if he is bisexual, and I don't doubt that he is. I mean, he could be. We've seen some suspect things from Birdman. I just don't see him coming out the closet like that. Definitely not on Instagram. Just his status and where he is in hip-hop, no. So I didn't give it much thought. I don't think that he would have done that, and I think somebody posted it, hacked his account, posted it, and then that's why it was taken down. That's it on no Birdman. I know he just feels like a fucking idiot. Po Birdman. It's okay though. So you guys, a lot has happened since Prince died last week. I mean, he died on Thursday, and by Friday, honey, they had then gave the autopsy, and before the weekend was over, his funeral had already happened on the grounds of Paisley Park, and they had cremated him, and it was a wrap. Okay, so no big splashy memorial, funeral for Prince. You didn't have to worry about any of that, honey. His family and friends wrapped it up real quick. There were, I think Spike Lee gave a huge block party, and there was a huge second line in New Orleans just on Monday for him, and, countless other memorials and things that people have done all across the world. I thought it was very, very beautiful to see different monuments all over the place, flashing the lights. I think Virgin Airlines even had purple lights in the plane. Niagara Falls was purple, and it was just a lot. So it was a beautiful thing, because you guys know I just was so heartbroken that Prince died. But now that he's passed, we find out that he does not have a will, which is unbelievable to me. Okay, and they're saying that someone may still turn up with a will, but as of now, no one has. Not even thinking about the money and the property, the assets of all the things that Prince has, but just to think about the huge catalog of music that he has and what is going to happen to all of this now. I mean, I think we all can see kind of a disaster kind of waiting to happen. He supposedly has 6 brothers and sisters that are surviving. I don't know if they're full or half sisters and brothers, but I think it's being expected that, you know, the money at least will be split up between the 6 of them. One of the sisters did file to be, you know, over his estate, and a judge, I guess once he saw the hugeness of this case, decided to put a company over, you know, like a trustee company or whatever, to oversee Prince's estate. So at least we know that we ain't got like, you know, $50 million that we just gonna slice and dice up between them and let that be that. Okay, supposedly one of his sisters, the youngest one, has had drug addiction issues for the most of her adult life, and has mental issues, and just the thought of her getting a hold of the money and, you know, all of that is frightening, actually. So I just don't, I cannot understand why he wouldn't have a will. When people have that kind of money, how do you not have a will? That's why I keep thinking like somebody is going to turn up with a will. I mean, you have to. And that is the strangest story to me. So, and I know there's a whole bunch of conspiracies going on. Like, I don't feel like it, you guys, because I'm not a I'm not a conspiracy person. Okay, so like, you know, it's fine if you believe it. I just don't. I'm not getting into any of that. Child, my husband will sit here and talk you to death about some conspiracy. Child, one time he told me, I'm not even gonna tell you guys. I was just like, nigga, if you don't get out my fucking face with this bullshit. I mean, like, y'all just be on YouTube, y'all just be coming up with all kind of shit. So yeah, I can't with the conspiracies. It may or may not be true, child. I can't put my mind and my energy towards that right now. People are talking about, you know, the tribute, what is going to happen, who they would have do it. I said on Twitter the day that he died that I would like to see nobody do a tribute to Prince. Okay, only because Prince didn't like for people to do his music. Not too many people, I think, Prince was comfortable with performing his music, at least as far as singing. There's a couple of people I know he had respect for, but I can't, I don't even want Beyonce to do a tribute to Prince, because I think that whoever would do his tribute would need to be vocally similar to how he sounds, and Beyonce just doesn't sound like Prince. The closest, I guess, would be D'Angelo. I know that he did a tribute on Jimmy Fallon the other day, Sometime It Snows in April, and I was just like, oh, this is beautiful. Okay, even had a little tear. So maybe D'Angelo. Okay, but you know, the Fantasias, the Marys, the Patties, the Miguels. I was like, Miguel? Why? Because he looks like him? No, we're not doing a look-alike contest. We're talking about a tribute of some serious music that has to be done right. Really, I would rather have somebody, you know, some musicians, some people that can really play the guitar, okay, to do a serious tribute to Prince, and I would be okay with that. I don't have to hear anybody sing, because I just used to really enjoy the music of Prince, the musicality. That is more of what I would like to hear. But I'm sure they're going to have a tribute, you know, and I'm sure BET is quite stressed being taxed with this project, but it has to be done right. But I just honestly, I can't imagine who would be. Even D'Angelo, who I love to death, you know, he has a tendency to go off and be doing a whole bunch of extra and be sitting up there and turning the music into a damn jam session. Yeah, you know, so I just don't know. I honestly don't know. Who do you guys think could do the tribute? And I mean like some serious people who has a voice that sounds similar to Prince. Not just people that are vocal powerhouses that can yell and sing and do all of that. I'm talking about somebody that actually sounds like they could sound like him. You understand what I'm saying? So, yeah, that's it, you guys. I finally done worked it out. I still get very sad when I think about it. We're going to keep our eye on this situation with his will and his estate. Something tells me it ain't going to be the best, though. Supposedly, you guys, congratulations are in order to Angela Simmons, who is engaged, and the rumor is pregnant by child, depending on who you ask, two different people. Most of the stories that you read on the internet right now is that she's engaged to a gentleman by the name of Sutton Tennyson. I don't know who that is. By all accounts, he is not anybody famous, but by most accounts, he is a street dude. You guys know what street dude means, right? They say that he's a hustler. Had been a drug dealer at one time. Ran all kind of scams, credit card frauds. Supposedly was arrested a few times. He's from Atlanta, Georgia, for carrying firearms and harassment and assault. And okay, so he has quite a colorful past. Not saying that, we can't reform ourselves and, come out anew, that he doesn't deserve a sound like a 9th or 10th chance if you read all the charges. These are all alleged. But Sutton Tennyson is not really the person when we think of Angela Simmons, her coming from, Rev Run and, that stock. We don't really think of her being with somebody like Sutton Tennyson. But then when you think about Angela Simmons again, you start to feel like, you know what? Maybe. Even though she does portray the good girl image, I mean, the child is, very proud of her body, and she's not afraid to flaunt it, to show it. I'm not saying anything is wrong with that, but she's not the innocent that we would like to believe that she is. I'm not saying she a hoe and she out there like that. Okay, she still respects herself, I'm sure. But I'm just saying, it's not impossible that she could fall for the bad boy. So that's one story. But then I also read, I think it was on Sandra Rose, that she's supposed to be engaged to some oil tycoon by the name of Knowledge Catty. And like a completely different story than this Sutton guy that's been all over the blogs. So I don't know. I honestly don't know who she's engaged to. She still hasn't said who it is. She just hints around to who it is. I'm sure it will come out soon enough who the guy is. Okay, because why is it a secret at this point? I mean, you didn't put the big ass ring on the internet, so of course people are gonna want to know who it is. That don't mean you got to lay out your whole relationship to us, but it's going to come out whoever this guy is, whoever the father is. I mean, the fiance is, but yeah, supposedly she's pregnant. I wouldn't be surprised, even though I would be like, wow. Okay, both of the daughters. Vanessa also got pregnant before she got married. Okay, and she's still not married, as far as I know. She was pregnant by one of the Wayans kids. Okay, one of them ones that ain't doing shit. So at least Angela Simmons has hooked up with somebody that actually is working. Okay, Sutton, if that's who she's engaged to, is now he has ironically enough, he has a payment processing business. I guess for somebody that gave, credit card fraud back in the day. Okay, to know that he is now actually the one that's responsible for your payments is, scary at best, right? And then if it's this Knowledge guy, again, he's an oil tycoon from Nairobi. Is that where they said? I believe that's what they said. Yeah, so Africans sure be winning if that's the truth, right? I'm like, wow, who knew? Anyways, you guys, yeah, just wanted to say a quick congratulations to Angela Simmons and whoever the mystery man is. And then lastly, in Quickies, you guys, wasn't this a boring top of the blogs? Oh, I tell you, I had to make myself do it though. 50 Cent. Does he have a third kid? He posted the other day that he has a third child, took a picture with this little boy, and the little boy bared a striking resemblance to 50 Cent. His name was Davion. And of course the blogs ran with, he just found out that he has a third child. Boy is somewhere around 11 years old. And I was just like, ain't no mama on this fucking earth gonna wait till their child is 11 years old when they got a rich ass daddy somewhere. Yeah, no, I didn't think that was his son, even though the boy did look like him. 50 Cent did come out and say, no, that is not his biological child. He is going to mentor the young man because he had a life very similar to 50 Cent's and he had taken a liking to him. But the boy is very smart. So 50 Cent just kind of has, taken him into his bosom and decided to, help this little boy along. He doesn't want to see him fall through the cracks, and I think that's good. But yeah, 50 Cent he only got the two kids, the 19-year-old by the name of Marquise and the little 2-3-year-old boy by the name of Sire. TV show Underground has been renewed for a second season, so good for them. The show is very good and I enjoy it a lot. Who knows, you guys, maybe I will review it next season. Depending on where it comes on, You know, where it falls in the lineup, we'll keep our fingers crossed. Columbus Short, he has failed a drug test, court-ordered drug test to keep him out on probation, and he has failed it. So are we surprised? It looks like Columbus Short will probably be going back to jail to sit out his jail sentence since he can't get no act right. And then lastly, we're going to give a rest in peace to Billy Paul. He is the singer best known for his hit Me and Mrs. Jones. He died the other day. I was trying to find out how he died, and they didn't say. They just said that he was 80 years old and that he died from a serious medical condition. We just want to extend our prayers to the family and friends. Rest in peace to Billy Paul. All right, you guys, that's it. Short and sweet. We do this every week. Make sure that you rate, comment, and subscribe, and make sure that you come back. Until next time, rock stars. Bye.